Times ASMR. Today with something very special because today we are not opening some sports card or Panini or UFC, football, anything like that. No, today I found something something very special back from my childhood times. Today we are opening this Pokemon booster pack with 6 booster packs into this booster bundle package. It's in German, so don't get confused. So we will have a look on the artwork because I anyways don't have any idea about the latest generations of Pokemon. I was very into Gen 1 and also kind of Gen 2, but I cannot even tell you which generation this is. I just found that it got released just some weeks ago, and somehow this booster bundle was kind of affordable. So I will open these packs. I have absolutely no idea about the Pokemons inside or what's good, what's bad, so we will just focus on the artwork and see whether we have any nice pull. So maybe we're lucky, otherwise it will just be a relaxing opening for all of us. So as always, sit back and get something to drink or get a cozy pillow and enjoy the opening. It says Dunkelnacht, which I think in English is said pitch black. Pitch black. The Mega Evolutions set, what we are just looking at. When I just look on these Pokemon, they always look pretty nice. So the artwork and how they designed the latest cards, that's very interesting, very nice. You can already see these dark shadow, very colorful anyways. But yeah, let's see what we get inside. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packages, and they all look Let's start with one of these. And then we go from the right to the left. This will be our first package for this evening. I'm pretty excited, to be honest. Last time I opened Pokemon packs was probably 25 years ago when I went to elementary school. So let's see what we got inside. I have my scissors with me. So, I thought this is now the code card, pretty much like a card for the community. So, one for you for the digital bundle. And let's start. Morcha. This always looks like. Somehow it gives me some Halloween vibes, to be honest. Hinterhältiger Fall. Morcha. And we have Infernopod, the fire Pokemon. And next one is Kopffusil, an item Pokemon card. And next one is Panzeron. Next one is Düsterglocke, another item card. Voltenso, an electric Pokemon. Blitzbarriere Schalkert. And we have a trainer card. Yet. And another one, Whipple from Corosiocla. And we come close to the last card. So this is the first holographic Goldini. This is a Pokemon I remember. This is a Gen 1. A Gen 1 Goldini. But that looks nice. I like these. So in Generation 1 there was only, if you were lucky, the color of the Pokemon was sometimes holographic for the rare cards. But now they also added these holographic cards and the description, the attacks, so this looks pretty cool. And our last card is Koraidon, also holographic. Koraidon, there's one more card. Basis Energy. So, the last card is always an energy, it seems, so probably can make a card trick and move the last card to the front. But, for my feeling, there was no hit for now. Let's continue with the second pack. The second pack will be this one here. So first we had this one here. Now we have this one. So last card goes to front, so this was the energy card, right? And energy was basis energy. Basis energy. And Panzer Fossil again. So we already have a duplicate. And Fritzelblitz. Okay, the names were always funny. Fritzelblitz. Fritzelblitz. And next one is Drumpek. Drumpek. I also like the whole culture behind the illustration and artwork because each card has its dedicated artwork and illustrator. And this one, for example, is from Miki Kudo. And also notice that some are like these comic works, some are these like structure 3D models, and each and every card design, each and every Pokemon design has its own very specific illustrator, and the whole background of these different artwork artists. That's quite interesting, and especially in Japan, these illustrators are quite famous. I think everybody who is very into Pokemon and collecting cards knows these illustrators and artwork designs. But I don't. I need to confess. I really don't. Oh, Mankey, another Gen 1, so even the latest card decks add one of the old ones. And this is, for example, one of the 3D models, if you see what I mean. It's like a little 3D model, however they design it, and then they make a photo out of it. And that's like the design of the card. So that's pretty cool how different these cards and the artworks are. And we have now a Golking. So we had a Goldini, and now we have the evolution. We have Golking. So I know some of the Pokemons. These are the Gen 1 Pokemons. And we have Fossilian Grube. And Fatalicha. What is this? This is a little green Pokemon in a cup. Or maybe it's a matcha. There's the attack. Matcha Wirbel. So it's quite funny. Quite interesting. How the Pokemons also develop through the times. So matcha is now a thing, so they also created Pokemon with matcha. It's very funny. And we have our first holographic of this. Mobdiv. That's a sweetie pie. Yeah. He tries to look angry, but to be honest, he's not very scary. Only one attack, it's Piss. Very basic attack. And last card is... Oh, an energy. I don't know, there's one more card. But this energy is holographic. So it seems that also the energies can be more rare than others. And last card is Rübe from Coruscant. Nice. I think we also had a Coruscant card before, but I think these are now 2 stars here. I think this card is better than the one we had before, like the Kuraido. It has only 1 black star. Yeah, so I think this now This I would say, this counts as a hit, I would say. So this one. So maybe we will just make one area where we have all these rare ones. So let me put these aside. And we will make one with all the rare hits. And we will then sleeve, of course. So these are the raw ones, and then we will go and sleeve this one here. And put it on the display. Nice. Let's continue with our third pack for this evening. Another artwork for the code card. And last one goes back to the front. And fire energy. We have the fire energy. And we have again from Panzerfossil. This seems to be the most common card so far. I think in every pack we had a Panzerfossil. And another Fritzeblitz. Still funny. But already. And Trumpek. We also had Trumpek already. Trumpek. And Mankey once again. This card, this seems to be a duplicate package. We already had all of these cards. Now there we have a new one. Delphinator. Probably the master of all the dolphins. Fancy card. Looks very lovely. The Delphinator from the ocean, from the sea. And we have Retour Orden. Are you aware how to play Pokemon? I mean, previously we only collected the cards, but nobody of us, of my friends, understood how to really play the game. I mean, looking to Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic, this was kind of a card game where we also knew how to play. But Pokemon, this was kind of card collecting and watching the series next to it, but somehow the game and the series, at least for me in my childhood times, never matched. And here we have Bronzong. I think these metal Pokemons. Son of Type, like a soft punch. And then here's Metal Block. And we have a sweet black Flagmon. I like this artwork again. Like Flagmon finding itself in the backyard. Yeah, another Gen 1 Pokemon. So I'm quite happy they are not only Pokemons which I never heard before. They're also Pokemons from Generation 1. Flagmon. And next one is Choupette. This somehow gives me some Celebi vibes, if you know which Pokemon I mean. The little, looks like a little witch, little sweet witch. And Celebi was also kind of a sweet little Pokemon. Somewhat little. It gives me some Celebi vibes. And we have another Rockheart. Schattige Energie. So it seems that also the energy cards can be rare. Okay, 3 packages left. Let's continue with the next one. And here we have a Pikachu. And this card goes in the front again. Water energy. Water energy. How about this? Thermopod. Looks like a fireworm. But it's a bug, kind of a bug. Brandrodo. And then a Käferkomplott. And here we have Bronzel. And next card is Akub. And we have Normifin. Is this probably the pre-evolution of Delphinador, which we pulled just in the last pack? Could be, right? Sweet little dolphin. Down on the sea. And here we have Ungeheure Bombe. And here we have Relicant. Another water Pokemon. Relicant. And Voltenzo. And now we have Trumpet, but in holographic. I think this little bird we also pulled already twice. And we have Vilemare. So I think I read an article about this artist. Because here you see it's Zoko Ito. And as you can see, it's like handmade. Not puppets, but it's like they really made these Pokemons out of cotton or whatever this is, and then they make a picture of it, they photograph it. So that's very interesting how these different Pokemon artists and illustrators have their very special way of designing these cards. And last one is Miraidon. Oh, this card looks very nice. Miraidon, an electric card, electric Pokemon. Photonenkabel and Donner, Thunder. Miraidon. Yeah, this is nice. This looks pretty cool. This is also a pretty cool card. Alright, we have 2 cards. card packs are left. So let's see whether we at least get one good hit in one of these two packages. Let's continue with this one here. That looks very cool. The artwork of the packs also is pretty sick, to be honest. Maybe we have some good luck for the last two packs. This is the code for you. And last card goes to the front. And this time we have green energy. And next card is Typ 0. Typ 0. What is kind of Typ 0? And Magula. Another sweet little Pokemon. Another bug. Another Fahrtenschüssel. And here we have Rotemorph. Rotemorph. Familienruf. Schaufelkralle. And here we have Roppal. Roppal. And we have again Reaper from Goriso clan. Now we have it in twice like this, but one in rare, or double rare, or however you call it. Secret rare one, I don't know. Rare. Tucanon. Donarion. This looks also fancy. Like a spaceship. But this one also, I cannot remember the name. But this one here, I think we also pulled in one of our last packs. Donarion. Fancy. And we have Damapod again, but this time in holographic. And our next card is Schattige Energie again, so we already have it twice. Schattige Energie and this one last, and we have Vylord EX. Vylord EX. This looks pretty decent. Wow, that's a big guy. Vylord EX, and this card also looks super cool. Look at this card. I think this deserves a sleeve. What do you think, guys? We need to sleeve at least one more card. And this will be this one. My Lord EX. Yeah. Let's put them a little more in front of the camera. So, last pack. Let's hope for some last pack magic. Last pack of this opening. is the one I made from before. This little box Pokemon looks like a box. Box Pokemon, and here we have Normifin once again. Normifin. And we have Quinn. And we are coming close, guys. Close to our last cards, and we have Hydran, 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 Hydran. Fire Pokemon. And we have another Golking. Golking, and we have Calamanero. Calamanero. Also looks nice, although it's not a rare Pokemon, but it looks nice. Further one. And now we have Chew. Voltenso. Oh, I think this is even more rare. It is now Gold Star. I mean, it's a feeling, but it feels like this is our best pull so far. This is a nice card. Voltenso. Voltenso. And last card is, oh, another rare card. Yu-Yu. Yu-Yu. Wirbelnder Night. Yu-Yu. Not bad, guys. So we have our third sleeve. So I would say that was not too bad for the first Pokemon opening since 20 plus years. And probably this was the hit of the evening. Voltenso. Let me know whether this was a good pull or average pull, or what do you guys think about this new set? And I would also be very interested in whether you know the rules and how to play actually the card game. So thank you guys for joining. Hope you enjoyed this special episode of Pokemon. So no sports cut today. I promise you we will continue with our NFL and UFC, which are still there waiting to be opened within the next video. So I try to speed up the Pokemon and the video recording again, and we also will come back to more sports cards in the next videos. So thank you once again for joining and spending the time with me. Thank you all, and see you in the next video, guys.